Hey everyone, AI is everywhere these days, right? It feels like you can't escape it. And for good reason too, it's transforming everything.
Absolutely. It really is.
We're seeing it in healthcare, finance, and now it's making a big splash in the nonprofit world too.
That's right.
So we're going to dive deep into how NGOs are using ChatGPT, to really get creative and boost their missions.
Awesome.
We've got tons of real-world examples and some practical guides to dig into, all thanks to our sponsor for this deep dive, Brian Mathombo.
Oh, great.
You might recognize that name. He wrote Content Creators, Architects of the Future.
Right, yeah. I've heard of that one.
It's like the essential playbook if you want to master content in this AI age.
For sure.
Plus, he's going to be speaking at that AI for NGOs training coming up soon.
I think I saw something about that.
If you want to grab a copy of Brian's book, the link is in the description. You can find it on Amazon. And for more on that training, head over to a.intitives.tv.
Very cool.
All right, so one of the things that just blew me away when I was prepping for this was how incredibly versatile ChatGPT is.
Oh, yeah. I can do a lot.
Seriously, it's like brainstorming fundraising campaigns, creating social media posts that actually get people clicking.
Right.
It's kind of crazy.
It is really powerful, but it's super important to remember that even with ChatGPT being so amazing, it's still just a tool,
Yeah.
We still need humans to oversee everything. Like, it can't replace us, but it's like having a really smart assistant.
Right. That makes sense.
We got to fact check, make sure the language is good, and it's got to be the right tone for that NGO,
Totally. Like, it's about that human touch, making it really connect with people.
Exactly.
So it's giving us superpowers, not putting us out of a job.
That's a great way to put it.
So I want to hear about how NGOs are putting this thing to work.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
What are some of the coolest, real world things that are happening?
Well, a big one is content creation and marketing.
Oh, makes sense.
And this is huge for NGOs. They usually don't have a ton of people or a lot of money.
Yeah, for sure.
So think about it being able to write a blog post, like a first draft, in just minutes, or
Wow.
coming up with social media captions that people actually want to read.
Yeah.
That's where ChatGPT can be a lifesaver.
So it frees up the human team, right? They can
Yeah.
work on the bigger picture stuff.
Exactly. And for NGOs, that's like super valuable.
Totally.
Because their resources are already limited. There's a great example. Morehouse College used AI
Oh, yeah.
to write meta descriptions for their entire website, all 900 pages of it.
No way. That would take forever to do by hand.
Right, but AI just knocked it out, like, super fast.
Wow.
And they even used ChatGPT to help them pick the right keywords.
Oh, smart.
So it's boosting their SEO and getting the more visitors. It's like win-win, right?
Totally.
So yeah, content is a big one.
Okay, so what other areas are people doing cool stuff with ChatGPT?
Well, think about all those internal processes that eat up so much time.
Oh, yeah. Ugh.
All the reports and the summaries and the training stuff.
Mm-hmm.
ChatGPT can help automate a ton of that.
That's like having a super efficient assistant.
Right. And one that never needs a coffee break.
Exactly. For NGOs, that's got to be a game changer.
Big time. It frees up their staff so they can actually connect with the people they're helping or work on making new programs.
Makes sense.
It's all about working smarter, not harder.
Totally. But we have to be careful with the data privacy stuff, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's got to be used responsibly, and regular checks are still super important. Like, we can't just set it up and forget about it.
Good point. Yeah. Like with any powerful tool, right? You got to use it the right way.
Exactly.
Are there any other cool examples of NGOs using it to streamline their work?
Oh, for sure. Kaplan Early Learning Company, they're a great example. They had this huge spike in customer support tickets.
Oh, wow.
That can be a nightmare for any organization.
Yeah.
They turned to AI and they were able to manage all those extra tickets and actually get their response times down.
Seriously. That's amazing.
Pretty impressive.
They're helping more people faster. So we've talked about content creation and all the internal stuff, but what about donors?
Ah, yes.
How can ChatGPT change the way NGOs connect with the people who support them?
That's where things get really interesting.
Okay, I'm all ears.
Imagine being able to tailor every single communication to each donor based on what they care about, what they've given before, and the causes they're most passionate about.
Wow. That's like next level donor relations.
ChatGPT can help make that personalization a reality.
So you could really build stronger relationships.
Exactly.
To hopefully get even more support.
Exactly. And it's all about making the donors feel like they're valued,
Yeah.
Like they're really connected to the cause.
It can't be all AI though, right?
Oh, right, of course.
You still got to build those genuine connections.
That's key. We don't want to lose that human element,
Definitely. It's got to be the right balance of AI and human connection. I bet there's some companies out there showing us how it's done, right?
Absolutely. Sandler, they do sales training. They used AI to get more personal with their outreach and their sales cycle. The time it took to close deals, it shrank like crazy.
Wow, really?
Yeah, they connected with people on a more personal level, and it helped build trust.
So they close deals faster.
Exactly. So it's about AI making things more efficient, but not losing that human touch.
That's inspiring. It feels like AI is all about giving us back time and energy so we can focus on the things that really matter.
I think so. It's about amplifying what we do, not replacing it.
Okay, that makes sense. Now, what about data analysis?
Oh, yeah.
And all the impact reporting NGOs have to do.
Right.
They generate so much data these days, but figuring it all out can be a real headache.
Totally.
So how can ChatGPT help?
Imagine this. You can quickly summarize huge data sets, spot trends, even create those reports, all with just a few clicks. ChatGPT can process all that information so fast.
That's like having a data analyst on speed dial.
Right. It's a game changer for NGOs who want to understand their impact and make decisions based on real data.
You still need the human brain to figure it all out, though, right?
Oh, absolutely. ChatGPT gives you the insights, but you have to analyze them and use them to shape your strategy. It's a team effort.
So it's not about blindly following what the AI says.
Nope.
It's about using it to make better decisions.
Exactly.
Are there companies out there proving that this combo of AI and human brains can really make a difference?
For sure. Aerotech, for example, they used AI to look at all their sales data, and they ended up closing way more new business deals.
No way, they're like using AI to actually get more sales?
Exactly. So they're not just understanding their data, they're using it to make smarter decisions and get better results.
That's incredible. This is so exciting. It feels like we're just starting to see what's possible with AI,
It does, doesn't it?
especially in the nonprofit world. And as we keep exploring, it's important to remember AI is just a tool.
Right.
Like any tool, it could be used for good or bad, right?
Exactly. We got to think about the impact it can have and make sure it's aligned with our values.
I think this is a great place to wrap up this part of our deep dive.
Yeah, for sure.
We've covered a lot of ground already, and my brain is buzzing with all these ideas.
Mine too.
But before we go, let's give a big shout out to our sponsor,
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Brian Matambo.
Content Creators, Architects of the Future.
His book is amazing.
Such a great resource.
If you want to learn how AI is changing the content game, you got to check it out. The link is in the description.
And don't forget about the AI for NGOs training.
That's right. You can learn from experts like Brian and really get those practical skills to use AI responsibly and effectively.
Definitely. You can find everything you need at a.initiatives.tv.
Okay, so we're going to take a quick pause, but while we're gone, we want you to think about this.
Yeah, good idea.
We've talked about a lot of ways NGOs are using ChatGPT, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what about your organization?
Yeah, what about you?
What are your challenges, and how could AI help you overcome them?
Good question.
We'll be right back to explore even more possibilities.
But before the break, we were looking at some awesome ways NGOs are using ChatGPT to, level up their content, make their internal stuff smoother, and even get more personal with their donors. It's clear AI can do a lot, but we got to make sure it's actually helping everyone.
Totally. It's all about using it in a way that's smart and thoughtful, So let's talk about fundraising.
Oh yeah, good one.
I'm super curious how ChatGPT can make a difference there.
Well, you're going to love this. One of the biggest things NGOs struggle with is writing those fundraising appeals that really grab people.
Yeah, for sure.
ChatGPT can actually help generate different versions like letters, donation requests, even social media posts, and it can tailor them to specific groups of people.
Oh, wow.
So you can test out different messages and see which ones work best.
That's brilliant. You don't have to just guess anymore. It helps you really connect with the donors.
Exactly. But it goes even further than that. ChatGPT can also look at donor data and tell you who might be a big giver in the future.
What? Really?
Yeah. Based on their past giving, what they're interested in, how they interact with the organization, it's like having a fundraising expert who sees things we might miss.
It's like a crystal ball for donors.
Kinda, yeah. And speaking of predictions, it can even forecast how much money you might raise.
No way.
Yep, based on past data and what's happening now.
So you can plan your budget better.
Exactly, and put your resources where they'll make the most impact.
So smart. So it's not just about finding new donors.
Right.
It's about understanding the ones you already have.
Exactly, and making the most of those relationships.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. What about those thank you notes, after someone donates?
Oh, that's another great use.
They always feel so generic.
Right. Well, imagine using ChatGPT to write a personalized note for each donor.
Oh, wow.
thanking them for their specific gift and explaining how it's going to make a difference.
That would make people feel really good.
Exactly. It makes them feel appreciated, connected to the cause, and it doesn't stop there. You can use ChatGPT to divide your donors into different groups.
Oh, interesting.
Based on what they're into, how much they give, their age, stuff like that, then you can send them super targeted messages that they'll actually want to read.
So no more boring mass emails.
Right. It's all about making it personal, building those long-term relationships, and keeping those donors coming back.
That's a total game changer.
It is. But again, even though ChatGPT can automate a lot of this, we can't forget about real human connections.
Yeah, that's key.
AI can boost what we do, but it can't replace that personal touch.
Absolutely. We need both. Okay, so we've talked a lot about fundraising, but what about the other stuff NGOs do?
Yeah.
Like the programs they run or the advocacy work? Can ChatGPT help with that too?
Oh, for sure. It can be amazing for program development.
Okay, how so?
Well, it can help brainstorm new ideas, research best practices, even create those proposals to get funding.
Oh, yeah. Those proposals could be a pain.
Imagine just being able to quickly draft a proposal, explain the need, what you want to achieve, and the impact it'll have.
That would save so much time.
Right, and then you can focus on actually running the program, not all the paperwork.
Makes sense. And once the program is going?
ChatGPT can help with that too. It can analyze the data from the program, see what's working, what's not, and even create reports to show everyone what you're doing.
So it's like constantly learning and getting better.
Exactly, and making sure those programs are really helping the people they're supposed to.
Wow, it can do so much. What about advocacy? Trying to change things, raise awareness.
Oh, ChatGPT can be huge for that.
Okay, tell me more.
It can help you create really powerful messages for social media campaigns, write talking points for meetings and politicians, even draft those opinion pieces for newspapers.
Wow, that's incredible.
It's like giving NGOs a bigger voice, making their advocacy work even stronger.
And it can probably help them stay up to date on all the latest issues.
Oh yeah, definitely. Think about using ChatGPT to analyze news articles, research papers, even what people are saying on social media.
So you can see what's trending.
Exactly, and use that to shape your advocacy strategy. It's like having a research assistant who never sleeps.
That's amazing. This all ties into communication and outreach too, right?
Absolutely.
NGOs have to talk to so many different people. Donors, the people they help, volunteers, the media.
It's a lot, yeah.
How can ChatGPT help them handle all of that?
Well, it can tailor its writing to different audiences. So you can have press releases that are perfect for journalists, social media posts that appeal to different groups, even personalized emails that keep donors in the loop.
That's so smart. It's like having a communication expert who speaks everyone's language.
Right, and it can even translate stuff into different languages, which is super important if you're working with diverse communities or on global issues.
The possibilities are endless. ChatGPT can seriously elevate every part of an NGO's work.
It really can, and as AI keeps getting better, who knows what we'll be able to do in the future.
This has been so eye-opening. I'm overflowing with ideas now.
Me too.
Before we wrap up, let's give another shout out to our awesome sponsor, Brian Matambo, author of Content Creators, Architects of the Future.
Yes, such a good one.
Seriously, if you want to get your head around how AI is changing the content world, that book is a must-read.
Absolutely.
And the link is down in the description if you want to check it out. Plus, don't forget, he's going to be speaking at the AI for NGOs training.
That's right.
So if you're ready to dive in and learn from the pros, head to a.initiative.tv for all the info.
Perfect.
Okay, so we've talked about all these cool things NGOs are doing with ChatGPT right now, but what about the future? Like, what's next for AI in the nonprofit world? It feels like we're just getting started.
Oh, totally. This is just the tip of the iceberg. AI is changing so fast, I think we'll see even more amazing applications designed just for nonprofits.
So, like a ChatGPT, but specifically made for the work NGOs do.
Exactly. Imagine AI that can scan through grant databases and tell you exactly which ones to apply for.
Wow.
Or even predict donor behavior with crazy accuracy. I think we'll see AI helping NGOs get even more personal with their outreach, automate even more tasks, and really get a clear picture of their impact.
That's kind of mind-blowing. But with all this potential, there have got to be some challenges too, right?
Oh, for sure. I think one of the big ones is making sure that every NGO, no matter how big or small their budget is, can access these tools.
Yeah, that makes sense. We don't want to create a situation where only the big guys with tons of money can benefit from AI.
Right. We want to make sure AI helps all NGOs do their best work, not just a select few. And as AI gets even smarter, we have to be super careful about the ethical stuff we talked about before. It has to be used responsibly and transparently. We got to make sure it's fair and equitable for everyone.
So it's like we're excited about the possibilities, but we also need to be cautious, make sure we're not doing more harm than good, you know?
Exactly. It's not just about adopting the latest tech, it's about using it to improve ourselves, both as individual organizations and as a whole sector. Imagine AI helping us break down those walls between organizations, connect better with communities, and really create lasting change.
That's a future I want to be a part of. So for all our listeners who are feeling inspired and ready to explore AI for good, where can they go to learn more?
Well, definitely start with Brian Matambo's book.
Content Creators, Architects of the Future.
It's such a good starting point. And of course, the AI for NGOs training.
Yeah.
That's the perfect way to dive in and get those practical skills for using AI in a responsible and effective way. You can visit ai.incentives.tv to learn more and sign up.
Awesome. We'll put those links in the description too. Any other tips?
Just stay curious, keep experimenting. There are so many resources online, communities, even free AI tools that NGOs can use to start learning. Just go for it.
I love that. It's all about learning and having fun while you're at it.
Exactly. Remember, the future of the nonprofit world is happening right now, and AI is a big part of it. It's up to us to make sure that future is a good one for everyone.
Well said. Thanks for joining us for this awesome deep dive into the world of ChatGPT for NGOs.
It's been great being here.
We hope you're leaving with some great ideas and feel inspired to explore all the ways you can use AI to make a positive impact.
Absolutely.
Until next time, keep learning, keep innovating, and keep using your powers for good.